Hey everybody, welcome to another one of my videos. So I truthfully am filming this like intro and outro a different day from when I actually filmed the decluttering of the brushes. So today I am going to show everybody what I have gone through my brushes and decided to keep and what I have decided to declutter and get rid of. Find a new home for, I should say. I did film this days ago and I just now realized I didn't film an intro or an outro for it, so here I am, days later. This is what you get. You get me not having done my hair in a day and no makeup today, so you're welcome. I got a cute new brush cup to hold my brushes in. I got this from Kohl's. So the funny story, so the true story behind this is I already have 3 Sonia Kashuk brushes and I have a square brush holder where it like spins around on the bottom. It's got mirrors on the bottom. And so I already have those. I just the other day was talking to my boyfriend and the brush cups were very, very full. Like super, super duper packed, especially after I bought that Wet n Wild holiday brush set for half off just recently. So yeah, they were very, 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 very full. And I was talking to him, I said, you know, I need another brush cup. I need another brush cup. These are so, so full. He says, why don't you just declutter them? You know, I had to give him a little bit of credit because he had something there. He said, why don't you just declutter them and not buy another brush cup? But then literally the next day I was in Kohl's and I was going to buy more candles because I really, really love their candles and I had Kohl's cash to spend, and in my mind that was so, so, so worth it. I love their candles. I have one burning right now. It's awesome. I was walking around Kohl's, walking to the candle section, and that was when I saw all these makeup brush holders. I had to pick one out. I was like, okay, alright. Alright, guy, you could get me to declutter them. You got me there, but I'm gonna still buy another brush cup. But I also had to declutter, and I kind of wanted to come on here and film it. Some people like decluttering. Some people like watching decluttering things. Same way I do, so. Alright, let's get on into the decluttering of my brush collection. Alright, this is my makeup brush collection before I declutter it. Well, in overview, I've got 3 Sonia Kashuk brushes and a square spinny roundy brush holder. Alright, so I'm gonna start with this brush cup back here. Sonia Kashuk brush cup. I know I'm going to get rid of this one. This is a Revlon brush. I bought it a couple years ago and it sucks. It sheds so bad on my face. So bad. Every time I use it. Totally getting rid of this one. This is an eyebrow duo brush, which is funny because I literally just bought this one the other day. I suck. What a fail. I suck. What a fail. These are literally the same flippin' brushes. I should have checked and saw if I had one or not. And it means I need to get rid of one. Yep, I'm gonna get rid of one. These are just small random little ones. This is a Real Techniques brush. I don't know what I'd use it for, but I'm gonna keep it. This is, it says from an Ulta set. It's a lip brush. I don't have any other lip brushes, but I don't need a lip brush, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. Got this Real Techniques brow brush. I don't do my brows with a pomade or anything, and I just had 2 e.l.f. brushes that I bought that I just showed you guys. I kept one of those. I'm gonna get rid of this one because there's no spoolie on the other end. And there's already one on the end of this e.l.f. one that I'm keeping. This is an e.l.f. lip defining brush. Giving this one away. 2 Wet n Wild brushes. I'm going to keep these. Wet n Wild I'm keeping. Real Techniques. This is a Real Techniques pointed foundation brush. I'm going to keep both of these. It's an e.l.f. highlighting brush. I bought this not that long ago. I'm not sure. I'm going to keep this in my maybe pile. This e.l.f. brush. Giving this one away. I'm going to go ahead and give this Wet n Wild highlighting fan brush away. I'm going to keep this Wet n Wild brush. That noise is my dog chewing on a toy, for your record. I'm going to put this in my maybe and decide later pile, Real Techniques brush. This is also going to go in my maybe pile, Real Techniques brush. Wet n Wild brush I am going to keep. These are my keeps. Put those back there. And then I'm going to go on to this one. I'm going to keep this Wet n Wild fan brush. This one's going to go into the maybe pile. Clearly I have enough of those. I'm going to have to decide which ones I want to keep. This one I use for when I self-tan. I use it on my face. It's a Real Techniques brush. Keeping this one. I'm keeping this one for sure. Keeping this Wet n Wild brush. I have 4 of the same Real Techniques brushes. They're supposed to be like for our color correcting. They're cute and they're useful for what they're useful for. I'm pathetic, but I'm going to keep them all. Can't break up a set. Man, I can't do it. This is a Kogi contour brush. I got this one on clearance at Walmart, so it wasn't that expensive, but it's not that bad. There's nothing wrong with it. I just have other brushes I like more. I'm going to go ahead and give this one away. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush. I'm going to keep this one. This is this weird Real Techniques brush. The head of it is really weird. I'm going to keep this one. This is the same brush that I have over here. This one. I don't need both. So I'm going to keep one, and I'm going to go ahead and give this one away. I need to just do it. I need to just commit to it and give this stuff away. It's just sitting here. My brush cups are so full. I bought another cup. I bought this cup from Kohl's. My boyfriend thought I should just declutter it and not buy another cup. So I compromised with myself and him, and I bought another cup, but I am also decluttering it, so compromise. For whatever reason, I have 2 more of the same Wet n Wild brushes. I have a hoarding problem. I want to keep one, get rid of one. Since they're the same. The flipping same. I'm going to keep this Urban Decay brush. I'm also going to keep this Real Techniques blush brush. There's that one. Get this out of the way. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush. I'm going to give this one away. And I have this e.l.f. Kabuki brush. Going to give this one away also. I do have this Real Techniques Galaxy Volume 2 collection. I'm keeping this one. Alright, now I'm going to do the spinny roundy one. Alright. This is a Sephora brush. I'm going to keep this one. I like this for my cream to powder my cream to powder Too Faced blush. I'm going to keep this buffing brush from Real Techniques. Another Real Techniques brush I'm keeping. Wet n Wild brush. I'm going to keep this one. Well, I'm going to put this one in my maybe pile for a minute. Keeping this Wet n Wild brush. This is from Kogi. I got this on clearance at Walmart also. I am going to give this one away. Again, they're nice brushes. They are nice brushes for what the price is. They're nice brushes. However, I have so many, I'm just going to go ahead and give this one away. Keeping this Real Techniques brush. Keeping this one also. The rest are eyeshadow brushes. This is a no-brainer for me. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush. I'm going to keep this one for sure. I'm also going to keep this It Cosmetics brush. Both of these Real Techniques brushes. I'm going to keep all 3 of these Wet n Wild brushes. I'm going to keep both these Morphe brushes. I've got the M167 on the bottom, and I've got the M141. Yeah, I've got the M141 on top. I'm going to keep both of those. This was like my first eyeshadow blending brush from Real Techniques. I got it in some set. However, I don't even use it that much anymore. I have other brushes that I just showed you that I actually use and like. There's nothing wrong with this, but truth be told, I think I'm going to get rid of this. I don't use it like at all. Keeping this Wet n Wild brush. And this Real Techniques brush. This one I got in an Ipsy bag. It gets to stay in my collection because it's pretty and it matches my Real Techniques brushes. It's a good blending brush. That's why. This one is from another Ipsy bag. I am going to give this one away. I'm going to keep this Real Techniques brush. Keeping this Wet n Wild brush. I can't say the brand. I can't even read the brand on this. This came in an Ipsy bag and I actually enjoyed this one. But I just got a Wet n Wild brush that is pretty much the same. A little bit bigger, but pretty much the same. I feel like I can give this one away. No, you know what? I'm keeping this one. Alright, that's where this one is. For my last brush cup, this is actually this year's Sonia Kashuk brush from Target. This one I am keeping. This is a Wet n Wild brush. I'm going to keep this one. Which answers my question of, yeah, I'm going to give this e.l.f. highlighting brush away. Got 2 more blush brushes I'm going to put in my maybe pile. Because I have 3 brushes that are the same and I'm not ready to decide which one I want. These ones are easy for me to decide to keep. These are my It Cosmetics Love is the Foundation brush that they release every year. This was last year's, this was this year's, this was 2 years ago. Keeping these. I know they're all the same, but I'm keeping those. Also keeping this It Cosmetics Star Brush that came out this year at 4th of July. This is my most used brush cup, so I'm probably not getting rid of many things out of this one. PSA. Keeping this Wet n Wild brush. Got the blush brush, Expert Face Brush. This is from their Bold Metals collection. It's number 100. This is from the Brush Crush Volume 2 collection, number 307. I'm keeping all of these. Keeping this e.l.f. small stipple brush. This was my other Wet n Wild brush, eyeshadow brush that I messed up and put in the wrong spot, so I'm keeping that one. This is a Wet n Wild highlighting brush. Keeping it. This is my Wet n Wild contouring brush. I love it. I use this all the time and the name is gone. Can you see that? That's how much I use it and clean it. Another Wet n Wild brush I'm keeping. And that's that. Like I said, not that many things were going out of that cup. I knew that all along. I knew I wasn't going to. On second thought, this is a Real Techniques pointed foundation brush. I think I'm just going to give this one away. I've never even used it. I have 3 blush brushes. They are all nearly the same. The heads on these are all nearly the same. Can't keep them all. It's too much. It's ridiculous. I'm going to keep this one. This Wet n Wild brush. I'm also going to keep this Real Techniques brush. But I will give away this other Wet n Wild brush. I've got 3 brushes that are all the same again, the same heads on them. They're all like contouring brushes, you know. I know I'm going to give this one away. I don't know if y'all can see this. You see that hair hanging out at the top? This is shedding. I don't like brushes that shed. I'm going to give this one away. I think I'm actually going to keep both of these. This is Wet n Wild and this is Real Techniques. It's my most frequently used brush cup. Still full AF, which I didn't expect to be different. My not used brush cup, much emptier. It's much emptier. Even this one is a lot emptier. So it's, well, that one, half and half. And here I have an overview of all the brushes I am going to give away. Alright, so that is it. That is my entire brushes. So that is my entire brush collection. That is all of them. I do have an It Cosmetics, this brush, the star-shaped one that they released at 4th of July last year. I do have a brand new unused one of those in my drawer. But other than that, that is my entire collection that I have gone through and kept and decluttered. So I hope everybody enjoyed watching my brush collection declutter. We'll see you later, everybody. Thank you for watching.